Hi, and welcome to part 14 of the You Can Be Anything podcast skills series. I am your host, Solange Che, and thank you for joining me. It's been past 3 months, and last week we talked about you being able to decipher what you want to add on your resume, add all the things that need to be added on it. Today, I want us to shift gears a little bit. I want us to talk about showcasing your skills as you learn along. There is a tendency that we want to just learn and go ahead and wait until we get jobs. But today, I just want to emphasize to you the importance of showing off your skills even while you're still learning. This is an opportunity. These are the kind of things that will open up ways for you. These are the kind of things that will make people to put an eye on you. Oh, this person posted that, hey, they're able to do this. This person posted a short video on how to do this. And now they are ready for the job market. They are certified. They're ready to get hired. Let's see if we can talk to them. These are little things that will expose you. And remember, last week I talked about the importance of having a LinkedIn profile, having a portfolio of yourself as you skilling. I cannot overemphasize the importance of that. And so today we are going to talk about how you can show off these skills, especially on a platform like LinkedIn. Again, I always want to apologize for using the same skill example all the time because it is what I'm comfortable with. So if I'm going to talk about any skills, talk about any skill that you have learned and how you can showcase it, I'm sorry, it has to be about Salesforce because that is what I am most comfortable talking about. But remember, this also works for any other skill you're learning, be it Oracle DBA, be it AWS, be it Salesforce, be it Dynamics, be it any other skill that you're learning, or being that you're even learning how to become a coach, learning how to start your own business, whatever it is you're learning, whatever skill, remember that this also applies to it. But for some reason, just because my head is geared more towards Salesforce is what I live and breathe every day, my examples will come from there. And when I talk of showcasing your skills, the first thing I want you to know is once you earn any certification, if you do any accreditation or anything, please post it on your LinkedIn profile. Go ahead and say, hey, this weekend was fun. I was able to complete this certification. Or hey, you know what? I did one of these LinkedIn courses related to the skill I'm learning. And this is what I learned so far. Just go ahead and talk about it. Keep your profile active because people are watching and that is what they want to see, especially when you're ready to work. Okay, for example, let's say you are learning to become a Salesforce admin, right? You want to become a Salesforce administrator. And in the course of learning, in the course of doing your hands-on exercises, you learn how to build a dynamic dashboard, right? A dynamic dashboard is something that is very cool. For anybody that gets presented a dynamic dashboard in Salesforce for the first time, they're always intrigued. You build the reports and you put it on the dashboard and you get to determine who sees the dashboard and how they see it. Again, dynamic here means that the person that sees, whoever is looking at the dashboard sees it as it pertains to them. So we might be looking, you and I might be users in Salesforce. We are looking at the same dashboard, but we are seeing different results. That is because it's dynamic. It's showing me what pertains to me and it's showing you what pertains to you. That is something that is really cool. If that is something that you have learned on this journey of upskilling, it's cool to showcase it. Do a short video of like, oh wow, how intrigued I was when I learned how to build a dynamic dashboard. Build your report, do a short video of like 3-5 minutes and show how the dynamic dashboard you have built works. I bet you that these are things that hiring managers and recruiters look for. They want to be able to see that, hey, apart from the things you're telling them in your resume, you can actually do things. The example I just gave about building a dynamic dashboard in Salesforce is a really cool one. There are many more cool things that you can actually learn and showcase on your profile. It doesn't necessarily need to be a video. The reason I talk of a dynamic dashboard and a video is because it's really cool to watch when you log in as different people and you can see different information. The same thing pertains for all my AWS learners. One thing that I watched somebody on YouTube was, it was on LinkedIn. The person was creating an E2C instance. And I was like, oh, wow, this looks really easy. Like the way the person explained it looks so easy, but it's not easy. It's just because they have mastered how to do it and they're able to showcase what they have learned. Those are the kind of things I will encourage you to do. Even if you are not making a video, go ahead and do a short write-up, put a screenshot, or if you have built the instance already, take a screenshot of what you have built, put on LinkedIn and say, hey, my achievement today, or hey, today I was able to build this. And from there, just go ahead and show your progress. I understand that these are things that you have in your resume, but building up on this, on a place like your LinkedIn profile, will become very handy when you are ready to look for a job. Because truth be told, before you get interviewed for a job, they're going to look at your LinkedIn profile and they will see that you're active and that you are learning. Not saying that it is a requirement, but you could have an instance where during an interview process, they give you a case study, they ask you to do something. You'll realize that having experiences like this, having built something like again, for example, an E2 instance, a dynamic dashboard, if you're doing DBA, how to launch or do something with the Linux, whatever it is, it could be anything. Or for example, what are your strategies when you're consulting with a coach or with a mentor or the client and stuff like that? It could be anything. Again, I want to make this as general as possible. I don't want it to only be something that is geared towards the tech skills. I want even you who is learning something, a skill that is not related to tech, to know that showcasing what you have learned so far is very important. And this is why I want to encourage you to keep doing it. It could be anything. You can go for an interview and they ask you, like, hey, how do you do this? I bet that there are some interview sessions that they'll give you a case study and ask you to solve for that, right? So again, being able to showcase things like this will just prepare you for that. So this is you taking the hands-on activities that we spoke about in previous episodes and putting it into practice, not only for yourself, but now showing it out to the world, showcasing, doing a show off of your skills. So the little message I want you to take away, your takeaway from part 14 of the podcast skills series, is that it is okay for you to show off. It is okay for you to show off those skills as you learn them. And when I talk of you showing off those skills, what do I mean? It's you being able to go on to your professional portfolio, a place like LinkedIn. If you have other ones, yes, use them. But I'm using LinkedIn for the example now. Go to your personal portfolio. Go ahead and say, hey, say all the things that you've been learning. Mention them. If you got a new certification, go ahead and put it out there. Go ahead and make short videos or short posts or like blog writings of what you are able to do, of what you have learned. Sometimes it's even okay to go ahead and even show off the things that you were challenged with. I've told you how important it is for you to get used to being challenged and figuring whatever challenge you have out, because that is your day-to-day life. Challenges will come, but what you do with those challenges is what is going to keep you, is what is going to make you exceptional. So go ahead and just take this to heart. Learn to put the things that you have achieved or what you have learned so far on your personal profiles, on your personal portfolios, and show the people what you have learned. It's important. Fingers crossed that whoever is watching this video, you who is watching this video, you put this into practice and you come back to tell me how it worked out for you. You come back to tell me how it panned out, right? So I hope that you find value in this. I hope that you are able to do something like this and that you don't shy away from what you have learned. You do not shy away from what you know, because it is what you know. And by putting these things out there, you're just showing everybody that you are interested to attract towards you when it comes to this skill. You're just showing them that, hey, what I know, I'm proud of it. And I am not shy to show the world what I know. And when they know that you have that kind of a vibe, that is what intrigues them. And they're like, hey, this person knows what they're talking about. And even if we give them a task that may be different or a little bit more challenging than what they have shown us up here, they will be able to figure it out in one way or the other. The fact that you don't shy away, the fact that you come out with your full chest, as we say it, and say, hey, this is what I know how to do, this is how I do it, and I am willing to learn how to do more things. So I hope you find value in this, and I will see you in part 15 of the podcast skills series next week. Stay blessed and be good to each other. Again, isn't that why we're on earth? Have a good day and bye-bye.